Friday, January 15th or whatever it might be, 9:03 in the morning, and we are live. What's up, kids? It's a beautiful day to be alive and to drink some coffee with your friends. So hold up your coffee cups, sponsored by F Death. I picked this up in a Goodwill store one day for, I think, $1. Coffee cheers to everyone in the world. Thanks for tuning in live. Can you guys hear the guitar? Is it too loud? I've never done this before. And the microphone's right here. Y'all let me know in the comments if the guitar is too loud. This is all coming together. If I get to where I'm playing the guitar on YouTube several days a week and talking, Bolo says perfect. All right, cool. I love the guitar. This is actually one of my favorite guitars I've ever had. The funny thing is it's a Yamaha and it cost $199. And I have multiple guitars that cost multiple thousands of dollars that pretty much sit in a case upstairs. Much like any Louis Vuitton or high-end luxury brand like that I ever bought. It sits in a closet, in my closet of embarrassment and shame. This little $200 guitar gets the job done. It's a Yamaha FS800. They're $199 brand new. Hands down the best cheap guitar you can buy. Absolutely wonderful. So let's get into it. Let's have a little coffee. This morning I'm going to try to talk about one thing. Yesterday I got a bit derailed and added about an extra 5 minutes to the tail end of the video about music. Trying to keep these concise. And my phone battery's low. But this morning I was on Twitter and I started following Charles No again recently. I unfollowed everybody for a long time. And he posted a great tweet today. I think his Twitter handle is Dr_NGO. So DR_NGO if you want to check him out. Affiliate marketing stuff, business stuff, life stuff. He posted a tweet that I thought was wonderful. I'm going to respond to it here, and I'm probably also going to respond on Twitter. But he said something like, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said something like, tell me you're old without telling me you're old. And his example was, Mom, could you please get off the phone? I need to get on the internet, And I laughed to myself, and I checked to see, and it was a brand new post, but one person had already responded with, hey, can I borrow a pencil? I need to rewind my cassette tape. And man, it just made me start thinking of all the things you could say, because I'm probably 6 to 10 years older than most of the people that will be that have commented on that so far. Dial-up internet didn't exist when I was a kid. I got on the internet for the first time when I was 24, maybe even 25. But for me, it was the thing that struck me was, get this. When I truly think about it, my childhood toys were 90% of them were made out of wood. Like, this is something that I think about sometimes. In my own lifetime, I can remember a day when my toys were made mainly out of wood. Today you've got 5-year-olds with iPhones. You've got 3-year-olds with an Instagram profile and their parents are posting pictures and then they take it over. You've got newborn babies with an email address and a Facebook account. Virtual reality goggles, different types of phones, artificial intelligence, the internet, Twitter, Instagram, all this stuff. And here's the trip. Like, I have a grandmother who's still alive. She is 93, 94 at this point. And I used to try to think of how incredible, because up until recently, she was on Facebook. She had a blog about 10 years ago. And I used to think how strange it must be for her to see all this new technology. And now I'm starting to get a taste of it. Because I can say that in my childhood, and it could have been that we lived in a small town in Oklahoma in the woods, literally in the woods, in like a little house on the prairie looking cabin, kind of a white shack that kind of leaned over. And if the whole family jumped up and down at once, the house would move. It was that kind of a joint. So that might have something to do with it, my area. But our toys were mainly made out of wood. Trains, dolls, cars, puzzles carved out of wood. And of course we had a few toys, they were probably made out of some toxic metal. You know, what's lead, probably all made out of lead, you know. But the majority of the toys were wood. It was much later that we ended up getting things like an Atari 2600, and then I remember Super Mario Brothers coming in. As I thought Super Mario Brothers was 3D. It's so realistic, you know, when you're 8 years old. But here's the trip, man. This is a cycle that's never going to end. And so if you're like, you know, 18 to 21 years old or somewhere in there in your early 20s, and you're watching this and you go, God, all his toys are made out of wood? Guy's old, man. He's an old guy. Here's the trip. Get ready. Let's say you're 20 years old right now watching this going, man, he's old. He's got toys made of wood. 20, 25 years from now, an 18 or a 19 or a 20-year-old is going to look at you with the technology you have right now and in your childhood, especially if you're a kid right now and you have artificial intelligence, virtual reality goggles, you have the internet, you have an iPhone, you have an Instagram account, whatever. Those young kids are going to look at the technology we have right now as wooden toys. So think of everything that's incredible right now. Artificial intelligence, virtual reality goggles, you know, these tiny laptops, these tiny devices, the watches, the Fitbits, whatever. Those kids are going to look at this technology like you were cave people. Like you actually had to put goggles on to see virtual reality. It wasn't just implanted in your mind yet. And you had to use a device to access the internet. They hadn't just put it in your eyeballs. You know, they're going to look at all this. You guys actually used a search engine. You had to type words in to a thing called Google, the old company that went out of business. That ancient technology. They're going to look like America Online to the future. Google, in its current manifestation, will be wooden toys. And the crazy thing is, the farther we go in the future, the faster technology advances. So it's just going to get worse, crazier and crazier and crazier. It might only be 10 years, and everybody will be giggling about you. Well, believe me, 20 years from now, all of this streaming, live streaming, the way we connect, you had to put on a microphone. It's going to look ridiculous to future generations. So if nothing else, this morning I was laughing. Number one is a great tweet that Charles tweeted. That's the best kind of tweet because it made me instantaneously go, I have to respond to that. It's a great tweet. I need to, mentally check mark that one. Thanks, Charles. But yeah, man, so in my lifetime, if I was going to tell you I'm old without telling you I'm old, I'd say something like, there's so many you could say. Mom, I'm done playing with my wooden horse. Can I play with my wooden train now? It sounds like you're a pioneer. It sounds like you're an early settler. There's so many others, man. Like, Mom, can I have a quarter so I can call you from a payphone tonight when I need a ride? Stuff like that. If your mom would ask me why I didn't call her and tell her I was going to be late, and I said I tried to go in every gas station in town, they wouldn't let me use their phone, and I didn't have a quarter for the payphone. There's so many of them, man. I'll tell you what, though, I don't hate my childhood. I feel lucky to have grown up when I did because we were able to grow up pretty much just raw humans, especially my family. We were broke, living in the woods. Me and my brothers, the older three of us, the other two were very young, but the older three brothers, Every day was an exploration. You had to kind of create fun with your mind out in the woods, and we had villages and cities. We had a place called Rock City, where it was just a bunch of rocks on a hill, and we kind of each chose a house, and that was our city that we lived in. You know, we'd walk for all day. You'd leave the house and come back when the sun's coming down. You'd come back to eat or something. But I'm glad I got to live that, even if it does sound old if you played with wooden toys. I like wooden toys. Well, check this out. I like wooden toys a lot. So that's really all I have today, man. It's Friday. I just wanted to kind of wrap up, see how you're doing. This is really fun, doing these morning coffee videos in more places, because what I'm noticing is there is a different crowd on Instagram than there is on Facebook, than there is on YouTube. YouTube, it's the old school soldiers who have been here for the longest time. Instagram, it's the old morning coffee family, people from the affiliate marketing world, and they're tuning in. And then on Facebook, it's like my family and friends, because I'm posting them on my personal and on my business page. So wherever you're seeing this, I hope you're having a great day. It's Friday. We made it through the week. Who cares? And nothing wrong with wooden toys. It's Friday. Get to work. Have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. And if you want to, you can either go to Charles's Twitter and respond to that tweet, or post your version of Tell Me You're Old Without Being Old in the comments. And I look forward to hearing some funny responses. The older you are, the better it's going to be. I mean, insert long distance jokes. You know, should we call Aunt whoever? Well, she does live in a different state. We'll have to pay, what, $3 a minute? All right, man. Coffee cheers on the way out. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Very casual, keeping it easy, rolling through the week like it's nothing. Wearing a cowboy hat and having a cup of coffee, carrying my wooden toy and having a dream. I still feel like I'm 8 years old and a boy with a dream, especially when I look at this view. You can't see it right now as well because I have a filter on it. It's even prettier with no filters. But that's it. Everybody enjoy your day. Coffee cheers on the way out. Ba-bam. Like, comment, subscribe, fiddle-faddle, diddle-daddle, biddle-battle, whatever you want to do. And as always, I will see you. And your comments, and your likes, and your retweets in the future.